Okay, so this is my 910, and under here on some of the models, the ones that were first made, this will come off and you have a battery pack that sits inside a little plastic sleeve. Always keep the plastic sleeve on. Okay, now my problem is right here, the end broke off, and so now I need to glue it back on. Now if you just glue it, obviously it probably isn't going to stay because of the pressure from the springs here on the or from the batteries, you know. And so I'm going to actually weld it together, doing a plastic weld with the baking soda and the super glue. Okay, so let's get set up here. Now, I'm not sure if I can do this very well to where you can see, but I want to keep, I'd like to have a flat surface, so, but I'm not sure if that's going to work, so we'll just use this. And I'm going to, with these bottles, if you just twist it tight, then it will actually let the stuff out. The light's not very good in here, but it's all I have. I'm in the hallway where unfortunately some of my knitting machines live. So I want to see if I can not a real good spot. Okay, so here's my baking soda, and I have to make sure that it's very finely ground, no lumps. If you have gloves, it's not a bad idea either if you decide to use your fingers instead of a spoon. Okay. So I know if the spring's on this side down there, then the spring needs to go on this side here. So what I first want to do is I want to glue these together. Now be careful and don't get this stuff on your hand. This stuff turns to like concrete. Naturally, the sun seems to be behind a cloud because it just got dimmer. Now, I put just a little bit on both sides. I've had too much coffee. I should not be doing this when I have the shakes. Okay, so okay, well, that seems like it's on pretty good. Now, what you do is you're going to add more along the seam, and you don't have to do it real sparingly, okay, because you want enough to where it's going to absorb the baking soda. Now I'm going to do this a few times on each side, so it's going to build up a little bit and it won't look super pretty, but that's okay. I don't care if it looks pretty. I need it to stay together. This is sandable. You can actually build stuff with it, build things up, and then sand it. Okay, I'm not gonna risk getting any more on my knitting machine. This dries almost immediately, so be careful. And I'll show you in a minute what it looks like up close. But I really, really want to get this seam covered so it's not gonna fall off. Okay, one more time on this side, and that should probably be good. Now it's kind of rough, the surface is, and so like I said, you can use sandpaper and sand it all down. I'm gonna see if I can not make a mess. Put this back in. But meanwhile, oops, sorry. You can see, and this is like hard as sandpaper. My hands are dirty because I was out in the garden earlier. But this is not going anywhere. Completely solid. And now I can actually put my batteries back in. Voila! Let's see if it works. I have batteries in my pocket. Gotta get this going so I can show a friend of mine how to input her pattern. Uh-oh. Hold on. See if I can get this to stay. One, two, pop it in. Okay, you always want to keep your plastic bag that goes over this, and I'll tell you why. I'm so thankful that mine was there, because I was talking to her the other day, or talking to somebody about the 910, and I came out and there was all this oily looking stuff. Turned out it was battery acid because my batteries had corroded, and thankfully all the junk was located in this package instead of all over my machine. Now if I can just shove this back in there. Okay, it's not on very good, but that's all right. We'll just, okay, so I'll fix that later, but let's plug it in, see if it turns on and works. Now, if this didn't have the battery pack, I would tell you to leave your 910 machine plugged in overnight before you turn it on. But because this has the external battery pack, it should be fine just turning it on the way it is. Voila, and it works. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching. Till next time.